Let me talk to you about the Stradic Ci4 reel. I've been using it for quite a long time now for all my commercial fishing for a number of key reasons. It's a fantastic reel, so I just want to run through some key features of this particular reel. For a start, it's got Hagani gearing, which makes the retrieve and the working parts of the reel effortless. When it comes to retrieving a big fish, a heavy feeder, it's just so easy. It's also an extremely light reel, and this is simply because Shimano have put a lot of time and effort into reducing the weight of the reel by using different material. For a start, the body's made of Ci4 material, and then the rotor is Magnumite. Now basically what they've done is they've reduced the weight of the rotor by 20%. This aids the retrieve of the reel and the torque. Just makes it far easier to retrieve whether you're bringing back a fish or a feeder. The most important key aspect of this particular reel, which I love and which is the main reason I'd say why I use it, is the drag system. As you can see, just by pulling the line, the drag is just so smooth. It works a bit like elastic on the pole, which means you can get away with lighter lines, smaller hooks, even targeting bigger carp, which means you're going to get more bites and you're going to land more fish. It's so sensitive to any reaction of a fish fighting, whether you've just picked your rod up and a fish decides to run, or you're playing a fish next to your net, ready to net in, and it decides to go for one last run for freedom. The sensitiveness of this particular drag reacts instantly, to the point where an anti-reverse is irrelevant. And this is why Shimano have put a lot of time and effort into designing an ultra smooth drag where an anti-reverse is non-existent. And on this particular range of reels, that is exactly the case. So now we've got a perfectly light reel with an ultra smooth drag with no anti-reverse. Now a lot of people might be a bit skeptical about using a reel with a no anti-reverse. And I myself, years ago, always used to rely upon anti-reverse. But then obviously as times have changed, we've designed drag systems that are ultra smooth to compensate for what I've explained, hard fighting fish that react quickly. And unfortunately, an anti-reverse isn't quick enough, whereas a drag system is. So this is why we've eradicated the anti-reverse system. It's ultra smooth. And to be honest with you, it makes your fishing so efficient when you haven't got an anti-reverse, because you've always got a tight line. So when you land a fish, you come to grab your feeder, your line's tight, your quiver tip's bent, there's no chance of getting any tangles. Everything works so efficiently. So my advice to you, if you've not actually had a look at one of these reels, go to your local Shimano dealer and have a look at them, because they are fantastic.